It's a terrible system. It's like in school, you know, students come up and they say, well, how much do you give for effort? You look and say, nothing.
Well,
I really worked hard, you say, yeah.
that's right.
Nothing.
Some people get A's without any effort, and people
Right.
work their butt off, and all they get is a
No.
D. I've had that happen.
Intention, good intentions, nothing. Doesn't play a role.
Well, the thing is that Christians miss the point of Jesus' teaching, because when people asked him about the kingdom of God, he said, where are they finding? He says, well, people will look here and there. They look all over, he says. But they're going to miss it, because he says the last place they'll look is within themselves. He made that point.
Yeah. And Socrates would whisper in his ear, you're going to do it by philosophy or not?
Yeah.
That's why Paul said, you know, what does Jerusalem have to do with Athens?
Right.
Right, nothing.
That's what bothered me about this belief system. You know, I was wondering, how could this intelligent being be so stupid as to be taken in by our belief systems? Belief systems are like trying to buy your way in.
Yeah.
It's another way of buying and selling.
Yeah.
If I believe so and so, then I'm going to get a certain reward.
Oh, quite true. There was that chap who, the great wager, Pascal's wager.
Yeah.
He said, you know, when you look at what you win by believing against what you lose by not believing, he said, consider it as a wager. Think of the odds. You think of how much you may win. Belief isn't much. Did all of that? It's foolish not to believe. Of course, what that does to the idea of faith and belief is cruel, but some people take it that way. I'm glad I don't have that problem. Let's see if I can... I'd like to just read that one section where it's talking to where reveals the purpose. When he, drew near to this embarkation where people would then be assigned up or down, he was told that he must be the messenger to mankind, to tell them of that other world. And they charged him to give ear and to observe everything in that place. So you can go through the myth of and look for each time he says he saw something, and observed something, and what was said, and you can just note it, and these are the kinds of comments that he brought back with him. And that's for the structure of the myth. But I want to deal with one more thing. There's a curious problem now. I'd like to raise it. It's not enough then to experience in the heavens the highest kind of beauty. It's not enough. Look, let me give you a section. They're now in the meadow, where those that have come up from Hades and those that have come down are together, and they're comparing stories and telling one another about their journeys. And they told their stories to one another, the one lamenting and wailing, as they recalled how many and how dreadful things they had suffered and seen in their journey beneath the earth. Last 1,000 years. While those from heaven related their delights and visions of beauty beyond words. So you see, you can experience these visions of beauty, and that's not sufficient. You have to come through it through the mind. Because you can have it, right, and then come back as a tyrant. Because if you have the vision, it's because you did some good and you're now rewarded.
That happened to me. I remember in one of my past lives I was very blissful.
Yeah.
Then the next life I turned into a tyrant, a real jerk. That's right.
We'll ask you to write a commentary to this. From my reflections on my past lives, I can give support to Plato's doctrine and the myth of error. Yeah. That's what he's saying. It's that cycle, that circle of life and death.
Joseph Campbell said in his interview with Phil Moyers about a lot of bliss is lost in the transition of the spoken word.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought of that as you read that passage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meaning that I think
Interesting
that
guy, Joseph Campbell.
that somehow
Pardon me?
that language, although we use it as a means to sort of like identify things, it sometimes loses its potency in terms of experience.
That's right.
As soon as you start thinking about your bliss, you lose it.
That'll do it.
Because bliss is beyond thought.
Oh, I'm having a good time. What did you say? Are you doing it or talking about it? Guess I'm talking about it. Right. There it goes. Yeah. Don't remind yourself what you know. You don't need it.
Bliss is living in the present, and thought is living in the past. So as soon as you're...
Well, good. I enjoyed going through it.
Yeah, it's very
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, your attendance. Yeah.